Had a couple of showers and storms around the valley today. Not much rain in most areas. There were a few good little downpours across southern Hidalgo County. If you look at radar over the last 5 hours, you can see that during the afternoon, really there weren't too many places that saw rain, but a couple spots got some decent rain, kind of from about Weslaco and Mercedes, and then again around McAllen and Mission, a little good shower there. But now everything's either dying off or over in Mexico for the evening and will be fading away. So the rain that was around Mission and McAllen, you see, really faded away in the last hour or two. Practically nothing left there. The last little shower faded away west of Mission. Farther to the north, there is one little shower still west of San Ysidro, and that will probably fade away within the next 30 minutes as well. So after that, we should be dry tonight. But still, tomorrow, looking at the atmosphere overall, there's still some moisture, but not a lot to give us widespread rain. So about a 20% chance for rain we'll go with, mainly in the afternoon, some spotty sea breeze showers or a storm. Monday's rain chance, when we show it going up to 40%, it's kind of, we'll say it's debatable. A little disturbance nearby, maybe close enough to increase our rain chances, but if it happens to stay a little farther to the east, it may kind of be thumbs down for much rain on Monday. But you can see the flow of moisture coming in from the east here on the satellite radar. A couple little showers and weak storms all scattered across South Texas and around the coastal bend, but everything kind of fading away now. Out into the Gulf, if you look at the clouds, you see there's kind of a little bit of a swirl here in the clouds. This is an upper level disturbance, not surface low that's trying to form into a hurricane or anything like that. And, don't get too wound up about it, but it's a little upper level disturbance about 15, 20,000 feet up in the atmosphere. But as it drifts farther west, it will help pull some moisture in. But again, if this kind of meanders off track here and stays too far off to the east, we may not see the full effects of it. So tomorrow, though, is a day probably a lot like today. Maybe not quite as much of a downpour in the afternoon spots, but temperatures start off in the 70s in the morning. Might be a little bit of patchy fog if you're up near sunrise. After that, kind of partly sunny, a spotty shower, a weak thunderstorm beginning around noon through the afternoon hours. But again, about a 20% chance for rain tomorrow. I think a lot of places staying dry and partly sunny. And highs tomorrow, again, mainly in the 90s, a little hotter where it should be sunniest the longest time before the sea breeze comes in from east to west in the afternoon. So about 97 in McAllen for a high. Only about 93 in Harlingen, 87 along the coast at South Padre Island. Future track overnight does show mainly partly cloudy skies around. By morning, maybe a sprinkle or two near the coast, and then a couple showers move inland as the day goes on. But again, you don't see a lot of big rain show up here on Future Track. It kind of looks very spotty in nature. And then the same thing on Sunday, a couple showers, maybe a weak thunderstorm from late in the morning near the coast through the afternoon hours in the upper valley. But again, probably most of the time going to be dry. So Dina, don't cancel brunch plans or whatever you have. So it's probably going to be dry in most places. You may have to just go in for like 20 or 30 minutes in a few spots. Again, we have that little upper level swirl in the Gulf. Over here, we have a new tropical system. This is a tropical depression, almost on the same track as Dorian was in the Bahamas. If you look at the track of it, this is tropical depression number 9. Winds are at 30 miles per hour, kind of cruising through the Bahamas over the weekend. Expected to be much weaker, though. It could be a tropical storm later tomorrow, and then maybe a hurricane by Monday or Tuesday, but expected to curve more out to sea, stay a little farther off coast of South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. So not nearly as bad as Dorian, but still something to watch along the southeast coast before it heads into the open waters. If you are going toward the coast this weekend, Saturday and Sunday in the upper 80s at the island, small chances of a shower, but for the most part, showers inland each afternoon with the sea breeze in your first 1-5 AccuWeather 7-day forecast, and highest stay in the 90s. This is the last week of summer coming up. You know that? We have this weekend of summer and next weekend of summer, and then it's time to bring on fall. But no fall temperatures yet. Highest day mainly in the 90s each day. Again, our rain chances may come up a little bit by Monday, then could go back down with some hotter temperatures by Wednesday and Thursday. But at least it's not raining for football this evening. Joel is in Edinburgh with our game of the week. Joel.